What is up, Pump Talk Nation? Get ready because the news cycle is absolutely electric today, and we've got a jam-packed episode that you absolutely cannot afford to miss. The game is changing by the minute, alliances are shifting, and the stakes are higher than ever. You're locked into the most crucial updates, the inside scoop, and the breakdowns that matter. We're diving deep into the strategies, the surprises, and the players making all the right moves. From unexpected competition wins to intense house drama, we're covering it all. So buckle up, because you're about to get the intel you need to stay ahead of the curve. Let's go. First up, as the competition heats up and the jury phase looms, who is in the absolute best position to walk away with the grand prize? We're breaking down the frontrunners and the dark horses in a game that's proving to be anyone's for the taking. Then, we're hitting you with the latest nominations and a massive Power of Veto shocker that's completely reshaped the week's dynamics. You'll want to know who's on the chopping block and who just secured their safety. Next, we're witnessing a high-stakes clash of titans, a verbal showdown that's threatening to blow up alliances and send shockwaves through the house. Get ready for the raw emotion and the strategic fallout. And finally, we're dissecting a pivotal moment where a single veto win has thrown the entire game into chaos, forcing unexpected nominations and leaving one houseguest in serious jeopardy. Don't miss a single second of this explosive episode. Hit that like button, subscribe for all your essential updates, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Who's poised to win Big Brother 27? The jury race is on. With Big Brother Season 27 well past its halfway mark, and the crucial jury phase rapidly approaching, it's the perfect time to reevaluate the houseguests' current standing and their ultimate chances of clinching the $750,000 grand prize. The strategic landscape is constantly evolving, and while anything can happen, certain players appear to be in prime positions to make a deep run. Cinema Blend has been meticulously tracking the game, and based on the unfolding events, here's a breakdown of who seems most likely to emerge victorious, ranked from least to most probable. At the lower end of the spectrum, Ava, despite winning head of household in Week 5, has largely been a passive player. Her apparent lack of engagement in game strategy, including avoiding one-on-one conversations and discussions about the vote, suggests a weak case for a jury win. However, her low-threat status might paradoxically help her reach the end if more active players believe they can easily defeat her. Kelly Jorgensen presents a particularly baffling case. She's managed to survive for weeks, even volunteering for nominations and frequently betraying alliances. Her reliance on the BB blockbuster power for safety when plans go awry is a significant crutch, and her game is likely to crumble once that advantage is gone or if she faces bad luck. Will, one of the older contestants, is leveraging his social game. While he can't compete in physical challenges, he excels at being present and agreeable, a strategy that has kept him in the game. Yet, to make a compelling argument for winning, he needs to start building a more substantial resume of strategic moves. Mickey was once considered a top contender, having used a secret power to steal Riley's HOH and securing strong alliances. However, Riley's eviction week proved detrimental. Her attempt to prioritize Riley's safety over Morgan's, coupled with Rachel's nomination, led to her losing allies like Morgan and Ashley. Without significant strategic adjustments, her chances appear diminished. Keanu Soto, while overconfident, has performed well, winning several veto competitions and drawing comparisons to past strong players. His alliances with Vince Panero and Rachel provide a solid foundation, but his status as a constant target means he must consistently win crucial competitions to maintain his advantage and secure a potential victory. Lauren, despite being on the fringes of major alliances, has quietly achieved significant milestones, including a Week 3 HOH win and a veto. Her indecisiveness, while frustrating for potential allies, could be her strength, allowing her to be picked up by dominant players for a late-game run. Ashley has shown resilience, surviving a difficult start and avoiding subsequent nominations. Her association with strong players like Rachel and Morgan offers some protection, but she could be sacrificed if her core allies face imminent danger. Her broader connections outside this core group might offer an alternative safety net. Vince Panero stands out as the season's only two-time head of household. Despite early accusations of playing both sides, his decision to align with Rachel and the judges appears strategic, potentially saving him in later stages. He is well-positioned to target stronger players and secure a win, though the path won't be easy. Rachel, a former two-time winner hopeful, has navigated close calls and strategic maneuvering masterfully. Her social game has enabled her to deflect threats and even align with those seeking her eviction. Her gameplay has evolved, placing her in a strong position to potentially win. Morgan Pope, despite lacking competition wins, is arguably in the strongest position. Her organic alliances with top players provide a significant advantage. There's a high probability she could be crowned the winner of Big Brother 27, based on her current strategic placement. However, loyal fans know that Big Brother thrives on the unexpected, so this power ranking could drastically change in the coming weeks. Catch new episodes Sundays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 8:00 p.m. ET on CBS and stream live feeds on Paramount+. But what happens when the game shifts dramatically in just 1 week? Stay tuned as we break down the latest nominations and a Power of Veto outcome that's shaking things up. Veto shocker: who's nominated and who just won big on BB 27? In a pivotal week 6 of Big Brother 27, the game has been thrown into a frenzy with the latest nominations and a crucial Power of Veto competition that has dramatically altered the week's trajectory. Morgan Pope has emerged victorious in the coveted veto competition, a win that is expected to save her from the block and force the head of household, Keanu, to name a replacement nominee. This development, which occurred in real time on Monday, September 1st, will be revealed to viewers on the upcoming Wednesday, September 3rd episode, promising a significant shakeup in the house dynamics and eviction prospects. Keanu, as the current head of household, initially placed Mickey, Morgan, and Vince on the nomination block. Morgan was the primary target, with Mickey serving as a backup and Vince being nominated as a perceived statement of manhood. However, the game's complexity quickly came into play. Morgan strategically worked on Keanu, subtly undermining Mickey's position while softening her own. Simultaneously, Keanu considered nominating Ashley as a replacement if Vince were to be saved, a move that highlights the shifting alliances and the precarious positions many house guests find themselves in. The draw for the veto competition included Lauren and Kelly, both of whom were seen as likely to use the veto on Vince, creating a complex web of potential outcomes that could have benefited him but complicated matters for others. Morgan's victory in the veto competition, described as a stacking competition hosted by Angela, means she can now remove herself from the block. This forces Keanu's hand in selecting a replacement nominee. Reports indicate that Keanu was leaning towards nominating Ashley, despite having previously promised her safety. His reasoning reportedly involved seeing Ava as a stronger, albeit distrustful, ally. This decision directly contrasts with advice from Rachel, who attempted to influence Keanu, even resorting to tears, suggesting Lauren as a safer replacement nominee to ensure Vince's continued safety. Keanu, however, dismissed this, believing Lauren posed no threat to him. Rachel's warning that targeting Ashley could fracture alliances went unheeded, as Keanu reportedly felt nominating Ashley would make the fewest people mad. Adding to the drama, Ava finds herself in the critical swing vote position once again. If Ashley is indeed nominated alongside Vince, Ava's decision will be pivotal in determining the week's eviction. Ava expressed a preference for keeping Ashley to Will, but she's grappling with how to convey this to Keanu without compromising her own game, illustrating the delicate balancing act she's performing. Within the judges' alliance, internal friction is escalating. Ashley has voiced suspicions about Ava's loyalty to Keanu's faction and even admitted a preference for evicting Ava over Mickey, a statement she later seemed to regret. Morgan's actions, aimed at ensuring Vince's safety, have also risked exposing the fragile coalition. Rachel and Ashley are reportedly concerned about Ava's allegiances, threatening to unravel the alliance at a time when unity is crucial. Keanu's apparent determination to nominate Ashley, despite external pressures, suggests a potential fracturing of the house. Ava's vote remains the key factor in this scenario. Last-minute appeals from Rachel and Ashley to nominate Ava instead of Ashley might fail if Keanu remains fixated on his perceived connection with Ava. With Morgan's strategic veto play, the House is bracing for further fallout, with Ava and the judges' alliance facing a critical juncture. The situation underscores the volatile nature of Big Brother 27, where even seemingly safe players can face sudden peril. With Morgan securing her safety, the focus now shifts to the intense fallout and a dramatic house clash that's about to ignite. Rachel versus Morgan, the showdown that could explode Big Brother 27. The latest episode of Big Brother 27 delivered a seismic confrontation between veteran player Rachel and rising strategist Morgan, a clash that has the potential to redefine the season's power dynamics. The tension erupted when Morgan revealed that other house guests, including Mickey and Zach, did not want Rachel to advance further into the jury phase. This revelation struck a nerve with Rachel, who perceived it as a direct challenge to her legacy and her intentions in the game. Rachel made her stance unequivocally clear. She did not return to Big Brother simply to be relegated to the jury. In a passionate, unfiltered statement, she declared, "I will not be in the jury house. I will be in this house sitting in that final 2 chair." Her frustration mounted as she accused Morgan and the other newer players of disrespecting her established gameplay and underestimating her capabilities. This intense exchange left Morgan visibly shaken and prompted her to reconsider her strategic approach, admitting later that she might need to target Rachel sooner rather than later. What began as Morgan's attempt to de-escalate the situation quickly devolved into a fierce battle of wills. Rachel accused Morgan of fostering disrespect within the house, while Morgan maintained that her intention was never to portray Rachel as disposable. However, Rachel remained resolute, her intensity and refusal to be sidelined into the jury phase drawing a definitive line. She asserted her veteran status, stating, "You newbies think you can tell me what to do. I've heard better and played with better." This declaration highlighted the growing divide between experienced players and newcomers, a dynamic that could become a central theme in the remaining weeks of the season. Adding fuel to the fire, Morgan's earlier comment about the house potentially targeting showmances might also backfire. Rachel, seizing on this, reportedly shared the information with her allies, suggesting that Morgan herself could become a more significant target moving forward. With the power of veto looming and tensions at an all-time high, this confrontation could catalyze a major shift in the game's strategy. If Rachel channels her anger into strategic action, Morgan may have inadvertently provided her with the perfect justification to completely alter the week's game plan. This heated exchange between Rachel and Morgan represents a critical turning point in Big Brother 27. Rachel's unwavering conviction that she deserves the ultimate victory positions her as both a formidable competitor and a potentially volatile force. Whether this public dispute will isolate her further or rally allies to her side remains uncertain, but one outcome is guaranteed. The game has just become significantly more unpredictable. Stay tuned for more unfolding drama and strategic maneuvers as Big Brother 27 continues its compelling run. With alliances fracturing and tempers flaring, who will be the next to face the chopping block after this explosive confrontation? Chaos erupts. Morgan's veto win sparks nomination nightmare on BB27. The Big Brother 27 house reached a fever pitch on day 54, as deeply entrenched alliances began to fracture, emotions ran high, and Morgan Pope's pivotal victory in the Power of Veto competition dramatically reshaped the week's nominations and the impending eviction vote. With Keanu holding the head of household title, the landscape of who is on the block and who holds power became suddenly volatile and uncertain. Initially, Keanu had nominated Mickey, Morgan, and Vince for eviction. Morgan was the clear primary target, while Mickey served as a secondary option, and Vince was nominated with a stated, albeit questionable, reason of manhood. However, Morgan immediately initiated a strategic campaign targeting Keanu, subtly undermining Mickey's position while simultaneously working to mitigate her own risk. Meanwhile, Keanu was contemplating a move to protect Vince by shifting his focus to Ashley as a potential replacement nominee. The veto draw introduced Lauren and Kelly into the mix, both of whom were perceived as likely to use the veto on Vince, creating a complex scenario that threatened to upend everyone's plans except perhaps Vince's. In a crucial stacking competition, skillfully hosted by Angela, Morgan secured her first competition win of the season, proudly displaying the veto necklace. She unequivocally confirmed her intention to use the veto to save herself, thereby compelling Keanu to select a replacement nominee. Despite his earlier promise of safety to Ashley, Keanu appeared inclined to nominate her. This inclination was reportedly influenced by his perception of Ava as a more reliable ally, even though Ava openly expressed distrust towards him. Rachel attempted to sway Keanu's decision, advocating for Lauren as a replacement nominee to guarantee Vince's safety. Keanu dismissed this advice, arguing that Lauren posed no threat to his game. Rachel countered with a warning that targeting Ashley could destabilize existing alliances, even becoming visibly emotional during their tense exchange. Nevertheless, Keanu remained firm in his belief that nominating Ashley would make the fewest people mad. Adding another layer of complexity, Ava once again finds herself in the pivotal swing vote position. Should Ashley be nominated alongside Vince, Ava's decision will likely determine the outcome of the eviction. Ava confided in Will, expressing a preference for keeping Ashley, but she faces the challenge of communicating this to Keanu without jeopardizing her own position. The internal dynamics of the judges' alliance are also showing significant strain. Ashley voiced suspicions regarding Ava's potential collaboration with Keanu's side and even admitted a preference for evicting Ava over Mickey, a dangerous sentiment she later seemed to regret. Morgan's efforts to ensure Vince's safety have also risked exposing the fragile coalition. Rachel and Ashley are reportedly concerned about Ava's loyalty, which could lead to the alliance's collapse at a critical juncture. Keanu's apparent resolve to nominate Ashley, despite considerable pressure from various players, suggests a potential further fragmentation of the House. Ava's vote remains the linchpin in this unfolding drama. While Rachel and Ashley might make last-minute attempts to redirect Keanu towards nominating Ava, his persistent loyalty to a perceived, yet likely non-existent, bond with Ava could undermine these efforts. Morgan's strategic veto play has undoubtedly reshaped the week, leaving all eyes on how Ava and the judges' alliance navigate the escalating fallout. This situation highlights the unpredictable nature of Big Brother 27, where even players perceived as safe can find themselves in immediate danger due to a single strategic misstep or a shift in house dynamics. With the nominations set to be revealed and alliances on the brink of collapse, the game is more unpredictable than ever. Who will survive the week? And that's a wrap on another action-packed episode of Pump Talk News. We saw who's dominating Big Brother 27, a major veto win that flipped the script, a heated clash between house legends, and a nomination shocker that's left one player in serious jeopardy. Don't miss what happens next. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, drop a comment below with your predictions, and follow us on all our social channels for even more behind-the-scenes action. We'll see you in the next one.